And we are live at training camp here at Richmond, Virginia. Training camp 2015. It's been going on since last Thursday. The crowds out here have been really great, and the people are energized as well as the players. But Darnell, tell us a little bit about everywhere you've been, because you've been gone for months.
Well, I've been went to Africa. As you know, I'm building a school in Zambia, so I went to Africa to meet with the chiefs to see whether or not they're going to dedicate the land so that we can build the schools as well as the university. Years ago, I got permission from the White House to build the William and Teola / Barack Obama Junior College. All that can come into fruition, but we're still waiting on getting the land together from the authorities in Africa. And then I had to go to California to go out there and do some R&R as well as do some business out there. A lot of my vendors I deal with is out there. So I had a nice time to get away and relax as well as hit the beach, doing a little dieting, exercising, and just clear my mind. Sometimes just to get away from everything and just to clear your mind and look at God. 25 pounds lighter.
That's a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a blessing. Well, a little later in the show, we're going to have the late, great Sean Taylor's dad is going to be joining us live on set. And we'll do a little talking with him about the book that he has out.
Yeah. Oh, producer said we're still waiting on Jackie Griffin book, part 1. So.
Well, I got to get that publisher and that publishing company together.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I think Mr. Taylor looks great. He's over there signing autographs and books and everything, representing his son. His son was one of the best safeties in the NFL, and he's one of the hard-hitting safeties in the NFL. And I know that he's dearly missed by the Redskins organization as well as the NFL fans. I met Sean a couple of times, and he's an awesome character, a person to represent for the organization. So I think his legacy is going to live on with his kids, and I'm sorry it happened with him, but God has a plan for all of us, and I know he's orchestrated his plan in life for him as well. So I'm looking forward to doing an interview with his dad to see how everything's going with him and his wife and the kids and siblings, and learn more about what's going on in the Taylor organization and as far as the legacy of Sean Taylor.
Yes. And speaking of legacies, I think you have a birthday shout out you want to give, even though it's not until tomorrow.
Well, it's next Tuesday.
It's next Tuesday.
I got a shout out to my grandbaby. Her birthday is August the 11th. Had the opportunity to spend time with her, Caitlin, down in Florida at the beaches. And she had a great time with her brother, DL3. And he's 3 months. So I had time to spend with my family and grandbabies down in Florida as well. We had a great time. And we're looking forward to it. I think make that tradition once a year where I take them down, have a vacation, and just enjoy family. Because at the end, the family is going to be one to take care of you, not the business, not the fans, not the people you go to the shows and everything. It's just the people that's behind the scenes. And while I was in California, I had a chance to meet with Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sporting my Maze craze. I'm a Maze craze fan. And Frankie was on stage talking about, he's like, man, when you get older, you need somebody to take care of your crazy butts. So, what you did in your younger days is now you're getting older and wiser. So family is very important, and we try to instill that. That was instilled in us at an early age from our parents, from the time we was born to the time they left this earth. And my mother deathbed, she told us, all you have is each other, enjoy each other, and take care of each other. And that's what we're doing, just giving back to family, spend time with family, because it's all about the family.
And that makes sense, because the Bible does say that your family is your first ministry.
Oh, yeah.
And some people get that all mixed up
Say that
and confused.
again?
Your family is your first ministry.
I'm hard of hearing one, definitely.
If you out there doing all these different things everywhere else, and home is not being taken care of,
you out of order?
You're out of order.
It's out of order?
You're out of order.
All right, so we want to be in order. We're going to make sure we spend time with our families and enjoy each other. And there's a lot of topics that we can talk about that's going on around the world. And, some are very sad and some are very great stories. It's just that, we just hope that, the people talk about black lives don't matter. And some people saying black lives do matter. We're here to say that all lives matter. And that the fact, whether they're black, white, Chinese, or whatever, we want to make sure that people understand that any life is taken that was a life that mattered to somebody in this world.
Right. And
That's right.
and then there and a lot of times people are really confused because there is no race division. God created only one race, and that's the human race.
Race of people.
And so once we really figure out that we're all in this together, it'll be a much better place to live.
I definitely agree, and that we also send a shout out to my grandbaby, but we got to send a shout out to a belated birthday.
Oh.
So number 10, let's talk about the birthday party, birthday girl.
Oh, it was a blessing. My mother hosted the party this year at her home in her backyard, and unfortunately, her backyard could only.
So that was RGG3, right?
Yes, grandma. And unfortunately, her backyard is not huge enough to take in everybody,
Right.
so we had to RSVP it to about 150 people, and they all showed up. And it was a great time.
That's a nice size yard.
Yeah, and they all showed up and they blessed me, and they were so excited about being there, but they didn't realize that I was just as excited about them being there. And some came from Carolina. Camille, thank you for coming all the way from Carolina, all the way from New Jersey. They just came from everywhere. And
did you cry?
No, I did really good this time. No, I didn't cry.
You didn't cry?
I had these glasses on,
Oh,
so no, I did not cry. But yeah,
okay.
I was.
We wouldn't know it was anyway.
Yeah,
Right? Okay.
it was really emotional, and they blessed me, and some people just came just to they say, oh, we just want to meet RG3's mom, or and it was a blessing. I got a beautiful painting from the St. Mary's home for kids. And it was beautiful. They did their handprints and their thumbprints and all that kind of stuff, and it was very colorful and beautiful. And so I really appreciate that, because that was so personal, from the kids. And we know the kids are the future. So for them to think enough of me to do a painting for someone they don't even know, that really meant a lot.
So what is the 2 important things that you remember about that day?
My son FaceTiming. I FaceTimed him and turned the phone around so that he could speak to all of the people that cared enough to come out to celebrate his mom. And they all began to chant RG3, and it just got louder and louder and louder. And
so you had to call the police? The police come?
And the smile on his face was just,
priceless.
was priceless. And then he asked, I put the phone next to the megaphone, and he spoke to him, and to them it was like the greatest thing on earth that ever happened to them. And he was really, really excited, and he thanked the crowd for, the fans and the people in general just for coming. And then I will laugh because the second most thing that I remember is they were asking for all the different groups that came in from out of town to speak and say something if they wanted to. And when she got to the end, when Miss Tila got to the end, she said, well, if that's all the groups, and my husband, RG2, says, you forgot the Griffin group.
Right.
And he went on to give a speech.
I had a dream speech.
He gave us a speech, and not so much a speech, but a heart felt warm to everyone, saying, thanks so much for coming and celebrating her birthday. And then he decided that he would divulge my age.
Oh, did he sing?
He said, and I just thank y'all for coming celebrate her 49th birthday with her. And I just shook my head, and he said, she robbed the cradle. I just want y'all to know. That I will remember forever.
So he called you a cougar?
Yes, he did. She robbed the cradle. But I would not tell you how old he is.
Oh, okay. Well, we both got our ARP cards now. So I welcome him into the club. So I hope I ain't telling him. So now we got our ARP cards.
Exactly.
You'll be joining us next year.
Yes, I will. Proudly.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
am proud to be 49.
That's great. That's great. You look great. And we're going to bring in RGG3.
Yes, we will.
We're
when
going to bring her on the set.
She's all over the place. Go and visit the fans, and they just love her. I tell you, I came here Thursday, and when I walked through the gate, the first question I got was, where's your mama? And I said, she'll be here Friday. Oh, okay, well, just let her know we love her and we miss her.
Now, last year, she got a lot of the players and the coaching staff in trouble
Yes.
Did she do it this year? Did she?
Not yet. She's actually planning on going to the store today because there's a lot of requests that have been coming through for potato salad, homemade potato salad, meatballs. Mr. Doug Williams
he just
had a
walked by us.
request. He's asked as soon as he saw, he said, "Where's my plate?" So yes, she is excited and ready to get the players and the coaches in trouble by cooking all of that heavy good food.
And we know
she even cooked a good meal for you for tonight.
Oh my goodness! So I guess them 25 pounds gonna be put back on, and I'm gonna rub a dub and grub. Yes,
but
ma'am.
on that note, we'll be right back with the Jackie Griffin Show with our special guest. Welcome back to the Jackie Griffin Show, and we are joined by some super Redskins fans here.
We got Mr. Roberto, who
Hi.
has a birthday coming up, and he's joined by his dad, Sean.
Hi.
How you doing, Mr. Roberto? Sean, how y'all doing today?
I'm good.
Man, so y'all been coming to practice ever since last week?
Actually, it's our first time.
First time coming?
Yeah.
Man, something special happened with you, Roberto. Tell us about that.
Well, I just went out and got all these autographs from Redskins players, and this is a great way to celebrate my 12th birthday.
12th birthday, congratulations.
Thank
Now, you've been a Redskins fan for 12 years?
Yep.
All right. Now, Sean, now you told me off air that you've been a Redskins fan for 35 years.
Yeah. Ever since I was a little kid, grew up just adoring the Skins, and when I grew up, it was Joe Theismann was our quarterback, and grew up idolizing him, and it's just been great to be a Redskins fan.
So you was in the Hoghead party.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was you blowing that truck on?
Oh,
that
no
diesel?
doubt. No doubt.
Now, Roberto, tell us what brings you out here today, and why you take your time to come out here and be with the Redskins.
Well, I mean, when you're a diehard Skins fan, you come out and you support your team through its ups and downs. And I was out here for a surprise for my birthday, and I'm glad to be out here.
Okay. Now, Sean, I'm refer the same question to you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm a diehard fan. Been a fan since I was a kid. Since my son was born, he kind of took after Dad, and became a fan. I can even remember when he was, 1 year old. We got him a little Redskins jersey, and he wore that around, and ran around. And as he's gotten bigger and grown older, we just get bigger jerseys. So, I always support the Redskins, even though we've had, we've struggled a little bit recently, but I always have faith in them that they're going to turn this thing around, and I'm confident we're going to have a great 2015. Every year there's a team or two that the experts they say they won't do much and that sort of thing, and then there's one or two that always surprise, and I think we're going to surprise this year, so I'm looking forward to that.
A lot of people are not putting the Redskins very far, and like you said, I like the underdogs. I like the people that always say that you're never going to be nothing, you're not going to do this. They don't have the expectation that you're going to do well. Those are the ones that supersede the mark and turn things around.
Yeah, I agree, and with Scott McClellan in, and some of the moves they made in the off season, and I just feel like the organization is going in a positive direction, and it makes me feel hopeful as a fan that we're going to turn this thing around. And I think this year's the year.
That's right.
I mean, nobody thinks we can do it. We got some new players. The roster's turned over a lot, but we still got some of our key players back, and we got some really good new additions in the off season, and I like the direction, and I'm going to be there to root them on.
So, are you coming back this afternoon for the practice? This morning was the walkthrough.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Roberto are talking about what are we going to do to kill 3 hours. We're going to figure that out. Maybe we'll get some lunch, walk around, check some things out, and we'll definitely be back for the afternoon session.
So how far did you all travel? Are you from Richmond?
No, we actually live in Montgomery County, Maryland, near Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we're from. About a little over 2 hours to get here, but we actually came down last night and spent the night in Richmond, checked out the city a little bit, and then got here first thing this morning.
That's awesome.
Good.
That's
good.
awesome.
So who's your favorite player?
I'm going to go out and say Ryan Kerrigan.
Ryan Kerrigan?
Yep.
So you like the defense?
Yeah.
Why you like Ryan Kerrigan?
I don't know. I just like how he just comes up on nobody sees him. He just comes up and boom, that quarterback just got sacked by
So
Brian Kerrigan.
you play football?
No, my mom won't let me.
We're gonna talk to Dad. We're gonna see what
I'm
Dad.
still working on it.
So why won't mom let you? Because I was one of those moms at first.
Well, you
Why
know,
mom won't let you?
It's just one of those things. I think there's been a heightened attention around concussions and things like that, and the after effects, and heard it in the media and things like that. And that, as a parent, kind of makes you a little bit
Leery.
fearful of that. He really likes baseball, and he's a good baseball player,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that he's been pursuing. That's not to say that we won't change the mind on
Right.
on the football later on.
I understand.
Who's your favorite baseball player that you mentor after you?
Manny Machado,
Manny Machado. All right.
So what position do you play?
third base.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All
He's a
right.
pitcher too.
Okay.
So
And
what's your
so what
fastball?
grade are you in?
I'm going into 7th grade this year.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Okay.
So Dad said you're a pitcher.
Yep.
What's your speed ball? How fast you throw?
I say 60.
60 so far? That's
Not
good.
bad.
That's good.
For 12 years
And
old.
you're 12 years old, doing 60 miles an hour. All right, that sounds great.
Yeah, he can pop that mid.
So Dad, and is anybody you want to send a shout out to? You got to go back home,
I'd
right?
like to send a shout out to my lovely wife, Carolina. She's at work today. She works over in Albany, Maryland. Hard worker. She's the rock of our family. Takes care of our 3 children. We have my daughter, Sophia. She's 6. Just turned 6 a week ago.
Awesome.
And my youngest, Nick, he's 2 years old, and he's full of energy and just 3 wonderful children. I'd like to say, give a shout out to those guys. We love you, and we'll be home soon.
And who's your favorite Redskins player?
I'd probably say going back to the older days, probably Art Monk. I
Monk.
always idolized
Hall
him
of
just in
Famer.
terms of his work ethic and how hard he worked, and he never showboated. He was all about business, and I always admired that in him. And also Darryl Green. Still have a Darryl Green jersey in my closet. I break it out every now and again and wear it to the game. And another hard worker.
He's a great motivator speaker.
Yeah,
He's a great speaker.
Those 2 probably come to mind. Those 2 of my longtime favorites.
Now, who have you met today from the Redskins? I saw you out there before I came and got you guys. I saw you out there looking at Doug Williams. But who else have you met with?
Actually, I met Deshaun Jackson today,
Oh, did he?
and I went out and met some of the guys that are starting for us this year on our O-line and our defensive line.
So are you happy?
Mhm.
You excited? You still look excited.
Yep.
What about you, Dad?
I didn't meet anybody yet because he kind of, they kind of let the kids in.
Right.
Got some autographs and that sort of thing. But it'd be nice if, after practice today, maybe we can catch up with RG3, get an RG3 autograph. I tell you, I'm just looking forward to him having a great 2015 and, validating his spot in this league and driving us to a playoff berth and having a great year. So I think he's going to do it.
So you got your tickets to California?
Not
That's
yet.
that's where the Super Bowl is, right?
Not yet.
Because we believe.
I'm still working on that.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like to send a shout out to all my friends at GMS, Gaithersburg Middle. Those are my homies right there.
Yes, sir.
All right. And based on what your father was saying about the 2 players that he picked and the work ethic, that's what I was going to tell you. It doesn't matter what you do. Long as you do your best and you work your hardest, you're going to be great at it. Okay? Because there's anointing on everyone's life. So long as you follow through with it, if you're going to do something, your word is your mantra. You keep your word and you work hard at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because every day that you work hard and talent don't work hard, you're going to do better than somebody that's more talented than you. So just remember that.
Yes, sir.
And my wife, me and my wife are blessed. He's a straight A student in school. He works hard.
Oh yeah, education is key.
Yeah.
Education is key. Remember that. The sports is good, but your education is key. No one can take that from you. Thank you so much for being on the show today. You all enjoy camp and the second practice, which is really going to be good. You're going to see some things at the second practice. And maybe we'll have you back to tell us what you think.
There you go. Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on the Jackie Griffin Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jackie Griffin Show. I'm your co-host, Donnie Lee, along with Ms. Griffin. We came back with our special guest, and a lot of you Cowboys and all the other fans, we know that the hardest hitting safety out there in the world was Mr. Sean Taylor. Before Deion rocked that jersey, Sean was rocking people. And I know firsthand how hard I didn't get hit by him, but I know I seen some people who got hit and they told me their story after they had to get some smelling salt. So we're going to welcome Sean Dad to the show. Pedro, Pete, welcome to the show, Mr. Taylor. How you doing today?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here.
Man, I'm glad you out here today, and saw you over there earlier signing autographs and books, and I'm going to get 2 copies for one for Ms. Griffin, one for myself, so I'm going to contribute to the organization as well, because I know that Sean was a very great man, and his legacy is going to live on through you as well as the family.
Thank you so much.
And so we just want to chat with you a couple of minutes and see how you doing. How you doing, first of all?
First of all, I'm doing fine. I'm fine. Glad to be up in the Richmond area. I usually drive through, but I'm glad to be able to stop and just stay and partake of the Redskins training camp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You enjoying yourself so far?
Oh, always.
Did you get a chance to talk with the team and the coaches and everything?
Well, I have not. They're busy. They got a scrimmage soon coming up, and so I want them to focus.
Yes, sir.
Big season, big year this year.
Big year, big season.
That's right.
So let's talk a little bit about your book. Full Speed Ahead.
Yes.
How's that doing?
It's doing well. It's doing well. We came out in April, myself and Steve Rosenberg, who's on to the right of me.
Okay.
We started this book project about 2.5, 3 years ago, and it finally took off after going through so many ups and downs. But we, like you said earlier, God is good, and we were able to get it done.
Yes, sir. So you're going on a tour around the states?
Well, we've been to Redskins draft party was here now. We'll be back here tomorrow and all week, and then we'll leave and come back to the games, and we'll just continue to do it.
I know your partner gonna have you at Amazon and all over Walmart selling the books.
Well, yeah, we are on Amazon. If you want a book, we are going to be at Walmart soon. We're working on a lot of things. As you know, you have to go through a lot of tapes, but we'll get it done.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about it. I know that my man behind me with Channel 9, he's looking to do an interview with you next.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to for you coming by. I just want to talk to you more about the book. So, Father with Sean, everything you with Sean has been doing well, and I know that your wife and you've been, having some great and some bad times going through what happened. But overall, I just want to talk about you today. How you doing physically and mentally, and what else out there in far as doing charity work, contribution work that you're doing?
Well, as you know, we do a lot with the school, and as far as the high school that Sean went through, he just got elected to the Hall of Fame for the University of Miami.
Congratulations.
That was in April, I think it was. We're in the process of with the Part 1, as you know, each year we get to serve over 7,000 to about 1,200, 7 to 1,200 youth each year. But at the end of the year, all the youth get to go to the Sean Taylor Part 1 Bowl. And they get to get a medallion, get all kinds of good things.
That's in Florida?
That's in Florida.
Okay.
And so we do all Part 1, and it's just to help the kids for the division that he came out of. So we appreciate that's taking place. And so any contributions can go to those youth there. That will help them to go to this national level and promote those kids.
Now, when is the bowls?
The bowl is every year around November. After all the kids have went through the playoffs, the championship, then they play the championship at the Sean Taylor Classic.
I'd like to come down there and check it out this year.
I would love to.
Love to come down and check it out and talk about doing some sponsorships.
Yes.
That can help the kids, and I'm all for the kids and giving back to the community.
Yes.
And that's what we do as successful business owners, as entrepreneurs. We're supposed to give back.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Great.
And I think it's I'm sorry for cutting you off. I think it's awesome that out of what happened, instead of you hiding away from everyone, that you have come out and you continue with his legacy and what you actually instilled in him, because you're his father.
Yes.
But because of what happened, you're moving forward with the dream that you instilled in him.
That's
to
correct.
help other kids that may want to maybe not come into the NFL, but just whatever their dreams are, to let them know that no matter what comes up against you, no matter what happens in your life, you're going to keep moving forward because God still has a plan.
Yes, that's right. You can still prevail. You can still, like you said, commit to your dreams. And remember, the biggest thing is to work hard and just put God first.
Yes,
and everything else will be given to you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So we know about the bowls. We know about the charity organizations. Is there anything else, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, always. I'd like to give a shout out to Dan Snyder, Mr. Snyder, who's been so inspirational in doing things for myself, the family, and always keeping us a part of the Redskins family. Mr. Wiley, who also communicates with me, and he's been doing such a tremendous job. And the entire Redskins organization, it's a first-class act. I know
That's one of the hardest brothers that work behind the scene and don't get any credit.
He works hard. He does. He came down to the University Hall of Fame. He was there. He's always supportive. This Redskin organization is always supportive, and I can't. My head's off to him.
Now, if someone want to get in touch with you to have you to speak at their church or organization, or they want to buy more books, could you give me a website or email address or any contact information?
Well, yes, we have a ST21 LLC, but you can also just use my email address, really, ptaylor2561@gmail.com.
Can you repeat that again?
That's PTAYLOR Taylor 2561@gmail.com.
That's great. Griffin, you have any follow-up questions?
I just want to commend you on doing what you're doing, and I tell you to keep on encouraging these kids, because they can draw a lot from you and your family because of your strength and your faith that is keeping you to move on to continue to help others.
Thank you so much. That's what this book is about. It's about commitment, excellence, and opportunities for young men to just seize the moment. Seize the moment. Put down the guns, put down the violence. Understand that that's just an obstacle and that's a deterrent for greatness.
Yes.
I'd like to commend you and your family, your son Griffin, for what he's doing out there. I hope that this season is a blessed season for the Redskins family. And I tell you what, in everything that we go through, you can always overcome all obstacles.
Yes.
All. Just stay focused.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having us. I appreciate you. And it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for joining the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
All right.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Jackie Griffin Show, and we are joined here live with Mr.
Derek Roberts.
Derek Morgan,
Derek
I thought.
Morgan. But he favors
Derek
Mr.
Morgan.
Roberts, right?
He favors. He keeps saying he favors Ryan Roberts from the Washington Redskins. But welcome to the show. Apologize for the brain lapse on your name.
It's all good.
So
Thank
tell
you
us a
for
little bit about you.
Derek Morgan. I'm from Maryland, Germantown. Grew up in Maryland. I've been a Redskins fan since basically my dad made me become a Redskins fan. But ever since then, I've always watched the Redskins. They're my favorite team. I went to college at University of Texas at El Paso, where I played football. After my football season, I wasn't picked up immediately by any teams, but then was signed by a Canadian football team, and I was just recently released. So right now I'm a free agent, and I'm out here to watch the Redskins. And at the same time, hopefully I get noticed by somebody, and they give me a shot in the workout.
What position you play?
I play defensive back, safety.
And what high school did you go to?
I went to Clarksburg High School in Maryland.
Clarksburg. It's a great football team.
Mm-hmm. We were actually 13-1, lost the game right before states. It was actually the second year the team was developed, so we went on a pretty good run.
Why do you want to be in the National Football League?
Because it's been a dream my whole life to play football. Ever since I can remember, playing football in the backyard. And I always just told myself I'd play professional football. So I went to college, like many said I wouldn't, but I was able to do it. And after college, I had a chance with the professional team. It wasn't the NFL, it was the CFL. But, it was a very good experience for me. I got to be around pros. Some were actually veterans from the NFL, like Austin Collie. So I got to go up against a pretty good receiver who played for the Colts and also played for the Patriots. So it was a pretty good experience for me, and I loved it.
That's good. That's good. I mean, once you came out of college, you went directly to the CFL?
No, actually, I sat out a year. I worked out with a few teams at Pro Day. Had communications with the Houston Texans, who said they may pick me up after the draft. They weren't able to pick me up after the draft, so I continued training, stayed the course, and I was blessed to get signed by a Canadian team and get an opportunity up there.
Yes, sir. So I know that you out here enjoying some of the sun and festivities out here, as well as watching the Redskins practice, and hopefully that someone will notice you coming along But are you working with any charity organizations or any foundations that you're working with?
Right now, I'm not working with any charity organizations. I've been taking part in Power Pro, which is actually it is a kids organization for Little League football. So I've been working out with Power Pro. Shout out to Mark Smith, who's the owner and founder of Power Pro Sports in Montgomery County, Maryland. And that's what I've been doing right now, giving back to the community.
Man, you got 32 scouts, 32 owners out here that's probably just watching the show. Anything you want to say to them?
Basically that I think I'm the best undiscovered talent that's out there. I know I can play the position of safety. You know what I mean? I'm big, I'm physical, I'm fast, I'm quick, I can do it all. But I'm under the radar. I'm somebody who wasn't a big time name coming out of college, but I can play with the best of them. And hopefully somebody out there is listening and they're giving me an opportunity to showcase my skills.
You know, I would say to all 32 owners, there was a guy that played in the Super Bowl named Butler. Nobody never heard of him until he intercepted the last pass in the Super Bowl. And I think that it's going to be you as well.
So if they're out there listening, and I know they are, how would they get in contact with you?
They can contact me personally at 301-919-0580 or get in contact with my agent, Will Harris, who's stationed in Ohio.
Now, give me your phone number, email. You got an email contact information?
My email is d_morgan2@yahoo.com.
Give me one more time.
And again, it's d_morgan2@yahoo.com.
Well, you know, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, and you know, I think that with your gifts and talents, that God's going to open the door for you and allow somebody to see what the gifts and talents He blessed you with to help another organization. If it's not the Redskins, another team will pick you up as well. And I would just say, from one man to another, keep pushing. Don't let nobody hold you down or turn you around or turn you back, because it's all about you and your destiny. And don't let nobody stop you from going towards your destiny.
Yes, sir. And I'd like to thank you guys for having me on today. It was truly a blessing. They just noticed me out here and asked if I wanted an interview, and now I'm here giving an interview.
Well, I know this gift. I know your gifts and talents, so I just say, hey, you'd be a good interview. And I know that didn't know you played college football and professional, but I thought you was another Redskin, but I knew you wasn't. I just looked at you and said, hey, you know, I think you'd be a good guest on the Jackie Griffin Show, and just let people know who you are and reason why you're out here. So I'm glad that you took the interview and came on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. And Ms. Griffin?
And like my son would say, go catch your dreams.
Yes, ma'am.
Go catch your dream, and once you catch it,
Hold
try
on
for
to
something
it.
else. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, and we'll be back later on this afternoon with the Jackie Griffin Show.